John Maeda, The Laws of Simplicity, Design, Technology, Business, Life. In an increasingly complex world, simplicity has become a vital factor in product design and personal lives. Using the success of Apple products as an example, John Maeda's book, The Laws of Simplicity, Design, Technology, Business, Life, explores the power of subtraction and meaningful innovations. This book's summary delves into how simplicity can be achieved in product design, time management, teaching, and much more. Get ready to discover the importance of balance and user-friendly language while evading superficial phrases and vague generalities.
The power of simplicity. Apple's success can be attributed to the simplicity of their products, which stands out in an increasingly complex world. The formula for simplicity involves subtracting the obvious and adding the meaningful. Apple's iPod design exemplifies this principle, merging different functions into a single control pad to create a meaningful innovation. The same principle can be applied to our private lives by subtracting the unimportant to enhance important relationships. The power of simplicity can make things easier and more meaningful in any area of life. Simplicity in product design. Achieving simplicity in product design requires finding the right balance between necessary and unnecessary functionalities, and designing products to seem valuable to customers. Removing functionalities does not necessarily mean reducing a product's value, but the product should have some perceived quality that makes up for its reduced function. Shrinkage of product size can make a product seem simpler even with limited functionality. Some complexity can also be hidden without sacrificing function. The book uses remote controls as an example. Some appear quite simple, but actually have a hidden portion with additional functions. However, it is essential to keep in mind that taking away too many functions might reduce the appeal of your product. Simplifying your life. In a world of complex technology, proper organization and prioritization are essential for efficiency and success. The Pareto principle can help identify the most impactful tasks, and grouping and labeling tasks can simplify the process. By focusing on the 20% of tasks that yield 80% of the results, individuals can greatly increase their productivity and achieve their goals. Making life simpler. Do you feel overwhelmed by your to-do list? Does it seem like chaos and confusion reign in your life? The secret to a simpler life lies in your perception of time. Having more time at your disposal makes everything seem easier and more enjoyable. While we can't add hours to our day, we can use our time more efficiently to free up more of it. One way to achieve this is to avoid wasting time waiting in lines or doing nothing. If you can't eliminate waiting, find ways to make the time pass more pleasantly, such as offering cookies to people waiting in line. Moreover, you can trick your brain into feeling like you have more time by taking off your watch when you're engrossed in an activity. Conversely, if you want idle time to pass quickly, keep an eye on a clock or a processing bar. By incorporating these tips into your life, you will feel like you have more time to spend on meaningful activities and enjoy a simpler life. The power of simplicity. Have you ever wondered what it takes to be a good teacher? The secret lies in starting with the basics and using plenty of repetition to foster motivation. By following these two rules, you can inspire confidence in others and make complex subjects seem simple. These principles also apply to product design. Simplicity is key. A new product should feel instantly familiar to users, while still providing something new and surprising to reward their curiosity. The same teaching principles can be used with more complex products, ensuring that even new users can easily use their most basic functions. The power of simplicity is essential in both teaching and product design. Trust and simplifying your life. You can simplify your life by trusting technology and others. Trust and mastery and the power of undo are two sources of trust. Trusting in someone's competence simplifies decision-making. The ability to undo things brings simplicity to our lives. Finding the balance between simplicity and complexity is important. Have you ever struggled to make a decision, overwhelmed by endless options at a restaurant? The idea of relinquishing control to technology or someone you trust may seem daunting, but it can simplify your life. Amazon's recommendations based on your past purchases is an example of relinquishing control to technology. Trust in mastery and the power of undo are two sources of trust. We trust in someone's competence when we have confidence in their mastery. This allows us to simplify decision-making, as seen in getting a meal made by a chef who specializes in Japanese cuisine. The ability to undo things, like returning a purchase or correcting a mistake, brings simplicity to our lives because we don't have to focus on our actions as much. Finding the balance between simplicity and complexity is essential. The next parts of the book will delve deeper into this idea. Trust and simplification go hand in hand, and it's not always easy to trust someone else or ourselves. However, the benefits of doing so can lead to a simplified life. The complexity of simplicity. Simplicity can be detrimental to human emotions. While convenience and ease of use are important, human beings also require an emotional experience. The use of smileys and emojis in text messages is one example. Expressing individuality is another reason why complexity is necessary, as seen in phone cases. The balance between simplicity and complexity ultimately lies with the user, who determines how much control they want over their device's configuration. Simplifying complexity with technology. As technology advances, it's transforming the way we comprehend so-called simplicity. One such impact is that we, as users, are shielded from the complicated processes hidden within technology. For instance, a Google search translates into retrieving and sorting massive amounts of data at remote servers, resulting in a simple and well-ordered list of search results for us. Furthermore, open-source technology is another example of technology simplifying complexity by allowing communities of individuals to hack problems collaboratively and make them easier to solve. Open-source software evolves through the collective efforts of an invested community, enhancing its efficiency to a great extent. Moreover, it allows users to address troubleshooting issues with relative ease, as they have access to a community of experts who can provide assistance quickly. Technology is rapidly replacing countless complex processes, making life easier for everyone.
Overall, Maeda's The Laws of Simplicity emphasizes the importance of intuitiveness and simplicity for innovative products, as well as in our daily lives. By implementing simplicity, we can create better products, improve communication, and manage our time more effectively. Moreover, the book underscores the practice of efficient organization, thoughtful delegation, and the balance between simplicity and complexity. Stay mindful of human emotions, and don't be afraid to incorporate openness and community collaboration to achieve meaningful innovations. With these principles, simplicity can transform both the way we interact with technology and how we approach our lives.